Sadies. Asada boom boom. Very good. We'll try again. Boom boom Sadies. Boom boom Sadies. Asada boom boom. Yeah. I'm going to know the moon from Lamy now. What happened? Now, I mean, that a couple more secure the target, no pushing up our I don't know, and so when she said, I mean, what I've been and obeyed. And it's some men know down for Camby. I'm 7 implements who be drinking. And then I have bra, if they are able to make that, it is here. In Siena Bay Yabo school, I have. And you be Siena Dabo Bushian. But 7 years, you had almost 4 o'clock, 4 no near the Bayagma. You are more 4, number half 40. That's it. You see, one of the best was over one who never won school. I got there. I don't know. Or you, Juma, because I didn't hear Juma, the Margaret, and to me. Near Kiki, for the young son, what the book. In the air for tennis and then you snag it. Man, more being Cado, tennis into me, and this year, Juma. You know what you see, baby, sir? Ever know my make a day. And I do with your tennis in Sunny Akaka. It's no phone. See, she had any fear money, then you read the Agosaka. So my young funny, you know, serious, young father, serious. Young funny, if you had serious. My young friend, any game which is serious. The best question that what about I don't know, I won't show you money in a year. You might not be a kind of water tray, won't show you. And that we don't want to do national. Want a child? Oh, that we don't put one for more as a look at the Kuma. That can you don't know what for rackets you for fear. That can you just go for Finas also. I work at that one, don't you?
My name is Mrs. Ntranoa, a member of the Central Regional Tennis Association.
Okay, that's great. We know there's a project that's been done here at Ntranoa. And of course, you know, by your position you occupy now, how did you take this news?
Seriously, the association is very happy because as the executives, those are baby projects, first baby project, and we are very happy that Tennis Ghana Foundation has brought this initiative to our doorstep.
Quite impressive, you know. But monitoring from the kids who came today, how now you watch their demeanor and manners and the experience for them?
The kids are very happy. They are extremely happy, and I was surprised when they were able to mention the names of some key tennis players. Looking at where they are coming from, I was very surprised, and we are going to harness talent from that place.
That's interesting. That interest that you saw, I'm sure after the event, you know, you saw some tricks and you know all that from this kid. Did you spot a talent you feel will be fast developed, that will be seen on screens at the WTA and all of that soon?
We are looking at 10. We've spotted like 10 great talents, and we are going to nurture those kids.
Wow,
and we are very happy we have such a court at their end. Some for them, not most of them, is the first time they are handling a racket. Some even seeing the tennis ball, and they are really enthused about making themselves great from the game.
I mean, this is an early question to ask, but how are you going to integrate these children into, you know, they spoke about the need, they go around at times for, you know, a certain under age bracket for this kind of project and its development. How are you going to integrate these children into this beautiful facility we have now?
The association is going to take charge of that. We are going to bring coaches down to your level, although it's quite a distance from Cape Coast to here, but we are going to make sure we bring coaches down to their level who will train them from time to time for them to have a feel of whatever they are in for. And it's not just going to be like they are going to leave home and come and play. We really want to harness talent for the region, because we always see those playing at the international level coming from Accra and Tapra, the man from Cape Coast precisely. So as the association baby squad, we just want to use that place to integrate the children into the national competition.
Wow, impressive. My final question to you would be, Now, as a region, when we sports guys, we love timing. So we will want to then ask that. Do you have a time bracket you're looking for, say 1 year, 2 years, or say 3 or 10, to develop that talent you speak about?
Tennis is a game of consistency. Once we are consistent with it, within a year or two, we can bring out good talent. And we are not in a hurry to make it to the world level or to the national level. We start from somewhere. It's a process. So we are giving ourselves like 2-3 years consistency and much training and being focused. We are putting them through the step. It's a process, and we hope to get there.
Okay, God willing, 2-3 years time we'll be back for another interview.
Simple and short.
Thank you, Mrs.
Most welcome, sir.
So in front of me now is I see an inscription on the shirt, Tennis Foundation Ghana. I have a coach and an administrator here. We are situated around Ntranoa, and we would want to know what's transpired here today. There's a bit of Ghana written, of course, in paste on the pants. And say, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
What's your name?
My name is Asarimenu Francis.
Asarimenu Francis.
A.K.A. Ayawe.
That's important. Yeah. Ayawe, what's happened here at Ntranoa today? We are seeing something tennis written on your shirt. What happened?
Yeah, this is Tennis Foundation Ghana. It is organized by Roger Crawford. He is in the U.S. now, as we are speaking. He's based in the U.S., but he comes from time to time to come and support vulnerable kids in tennis. So far, upon his interrogation and his rounds, he got to know that people in your region are vulnerable in tennis. So he decided to come and then support. So yesterday we left Accra to Cape Coast to come and support these kids, to build them a court, give them some sports equipment like tennis nets, tennis rackets, balls, and other stuffs, so that these young kids can also start playing tennis.
Wow, that's interesting. Aside what you highlighted, that he identifying a space for this to develop talent, especially in this region, what is the main focus? To develop national athletes, or probably you have a game you have envisaged ahead of you that, he loves that idea, you want these kids to get involved in?
Thank you. First and foremost, what you want to do is take away the kids from the streets and give them a better life. So all the vulnerable kids who are walking about doing nothing, they are the kids he needs most. So he wants to involve them into sports, especially he wants to start with tennis. And when you see that they are doing well, then you come up with other sporting activities.
So is this for the entire region, probably maybe you say the capital, Cape Coast, are large, and kids who love tennis and are interested, or it's for selected few?
Well, for today, we brought some of the executives from the region, to come and help us to introduce the game to the kids, which we did. And I think they were so much enthused about what we did today. We gave them a lot of items, and the kids were so happy. Unfortunately, the kids we thought could come were rather overwhelmed, because we thought we could get a fewer kids. And when we came, they were bloated. So some of them even couldn't get t-shirts that we got to them. So we want to bring them some more items later.
What's the age bracket here when you talk about kids? What's the age bracket you envisage?
Today, in fact, it is open to all manner of category. We want them just to enjoy, tennis. That's all. But maybe from time, we'll do and put them into under 8, 10, 12 category. Then we'll build them up to the national team.
Okay, that's quite impressive. If I can have your administrator here, you can also come into the camera and tell us. This is a lovely idea. Going through thoughts and choosing a space for this project. Why did you choose Ntranoa and Cape Coast at large?
Okay, so thank you very much for the opportunity. Tennis Foundation Ghana. It's a foundation that when people bring requests, we look through to see whether it can be implemented or not. There are a lot of requests that have been put on the table on my boss table, that's Roger Crawford, and we thought it wise that we should start from somewhere. We chose Cape Coast because we've realized that getting talent in Cape Coast is very difficult, and the whole Ghana, apart from Accra, that we only have a clay court, so we thought it wise having a clay court here can also help to get more talent in this region. So from here we'll go to another region to also do this. We are not just stopping just in Cape Coast. We look at Central region, then we go to the Northern region. We just don't build courts, that's all. But what we do is that we'll build courts and also give them tennis equipment and also get a coach to start with them, so that it won't be just building of courts, because when you build court and you don't use it, it's bad. Other people use it for other sports activities. So we Tennis Foundation Ghana, we are building the courts, and also we give the community tennis items that can help them to promote the game of tennis.
Wow. But I wish this would be my last question, but is it for free, very open, that a parent wouldn't have to come and pay some amount to register a kid? Because you say you've made provisions for a coach to also carry the kids through. Is it free?
Okay, so with a coach coming through, Tennis Foundation Ghana, what we do is that we brought a coach, a well-experienced level 1 coach, and from there the region also has 1 or 2 coaches around who can help. So we have done our best. The region has to take over to continue what they have done. What we do is that we provide the coach. We are going to provide everything for him, but basically we are going to give the things for free. Parents can bring their children. I mean, if I tell you what happens in Accra, especially in kids around Osu, what they do is that when they come to the stadium, they catch balls and gradually they are being spotted, and coaches train them for free till they get to that level. So to me, this is what we also want to introduce in Cape Coast. Let the court be there, let them have a resident coach, and kids will come and develop tennis and get to that highest level.
Well, this is a project that, when it comes to Ghana maintenance and all, do you factor such in putting a facility here at Ntranoa? Do you factor time to time maintenance, or you come to check on the kids and how their progression have been? What's the aspiration for Tennis Foundation Ghana?
Okay, our desire is to see kids playing more ITF tournament, that's International Federation tournament. We organize it at the Accra Sports Stadium. So our desire is to get more Ghanaian children into the junior Grand Slam level, or getting more Ghanaians into making more points and also being at the top of ITF. Currently we have one Rafael Niankra, who is now being sponsored by ITF. He's in Kenya now playing tournaments. He's being sponsored by ITF. Through this,
representing Ghana?
He's representing Ghana.
Okay.
He's currently world ranked 460 in the world. Assuming Neil gets to top 200, next year Neil will be playing Grand Slam.
Wow.
How did he start? He started from playing this ITF tournament that we organize in Ghana. So to us, our desire is to see these kids getting into the ITF level. West Africa, West Africa, we don't have enough ITF tournaments. That's ITF juniors tournament. Mostly it's being played in the North Africa. That is what Tennis Foundation, our desire is to get more kids into it. What we also do is that when a month to ITF, we go to regions, play under 18, tap this talent, and assemble them at one place. We've done it in Cape Coast. We assemble these children, then the first and the second runner-up gets chance to play this international tournament, which is all being sponsored by Tennis Foundation. Our desire is put smile on this kids' face so that they'll be happy. This is how top players like Roger Federer and all were discovered. They go to round for tournaments and they make the name for themselves, and that's where Tennis Foundation Ghana wants to get to one day.